26, like they had 20. They had 20. So let's just dive into it. What's up, everybody? It's Idris. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Idris, like I said, King Koopa, Adrian, James, whatever you want to call. I go by many different names. Welcome back, guys. It's been about a week or so. Maybe more. Maybe 2 weeks since my last video. But I finally was able to make it down to the comic book store, get bags and boards for the last set of comics that my brother had given me, that stack that I was telling you about. And I did the first half, the last video. We're going to dive into the second half now. And I actually did some research, so I know a thing or two about a thing or two. Anyway, I'm going to grab them. Oh, okay. Setup is a little different today. I have my desk and my other microphone and my chair in another part of the house. I have a studio in the back half of our house, and that's where everything is right now, just because I've been making music lately and it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, that's why that's out there. But we're gonna dive right in, guys. I'm just gonna go straight into it here. We're just gonna kill it. It's gonna be a quick one. We're gonna fly through these, all right? So remember how I told you there were some weird ones that I had never heard of, right? So we're going to dive into those first. There's 4 of them. And this first one is Image Comics. It's a company I don't know much about, so I don't know any of their heroes or anything like that. But it's called Youngblood Strike File. Cool comic, from what I've seen. There are 2. The backside also has a different kind of cover art, which is cool. But I don't know what Youngblood is. Don't know anything. But it's cool. Yeah, it's a cool little comic book. The other one, Inferno, that probably picked up on the microphone. It was probably very loud. I'm sorry. Inferno Excalibur. That was 1988, I believe. This one is 1988 also. I don't know. It's like a spin-off of, maybe it's like before. I don't know. It's very interesting. They're like X-Men / Avengers, but they're not. So I don't really know. I haven't done the research on the comics, but I've done research on little things. I actually know what this means now. So back in the day, comic books used to be sold at newsstands, magazine stores or whatever, on little racks, and they didn't have any barcode or anything. It was just the cover art, right? Well, in the 70s, when they created and introduced a UPC code, so a UP code. Anyway, sorry guys, that's where my brain goes. They introduced a UPC, and so that's what is down here. As you see, on this one, it has it down here. So Marvel decided to get cool with it and put Spider-Man on some of them, different Spider-Man. And what that actually means is if it has a barcode, it went to a newsstand. And if it has a Spider-Man, it went direct to the market, which is what it said when I looked it up. So that's cool, or direct to market versus the stores, versus a newsstand, I guess, is what it said, which I thought was interesting. So that's cool. And I have a bunch like that. The one I just showed you, the Nth Man, the Ultimate Ninja, interesting cover. Don't know anything about this character. Let me see here, 1989 or 88. It's very interesting. I'll have to do some reading and see what this is about. But, and this one's probably my favorite weird comic I have. Power Pachyderms. It's like a spin-off of the X-Men, but it's Marvel, 1989, and they're elephants with superpowers. And you can't tell, maybe you can, but that's like a knockoff Magneto. And this dude's tusks are swords. 2 thumbs up to that creative team. I don't know how well it did, but it's a first edition, so that's kind of cool. Now we're going to dive into the comic books in the realm of things I know, Marvel. Heroes I know and have understood for years. Yet we're going to start with a hero I know nothing about, ironically. Daredevil. The Man Without Fear is what this one is called. It is a 264th edition. It features the Deadly Owl, whatever that means. I don't know. I haven't read it, but it's a cool cover. Daredevil. So, no complaints. This one's dope. So it's 6 books total. This is number 5 of those books. It is issue 361 total of that volume. And it's called The Bloodstone Hunt. And it's Captain America. Super dope. So I'm curious what it's actually about. I'm not going to read it till I get the others, which I probably won't start working on this collection until I get the first 10 of the Sensational She-Hulk, because that's what I'm working on right now, because I cannot find my turtles anywhere. Struggling. Again, online. If I went online, I could find them, but it just defeats the fun of going to comic book stores. This one's cool. This one's really cool. It's the 25th anniversary of Marvel, and it's called the Marvel Saga, and it's the official history of the Marvel Universe. And it includes Angel's origin story, Spider-Man's first battle with Dr. Octopus, the origin of the Wasp, the origin of the Vulture, which is a Spider-Man villain, and then it talks about the Fantastic Four, Thor, the Submariner. It's a 9th edition. Super dope. I'm really excited to read this one because it has origin stories, and I love origin stories. And it's a 25th anniversary, which I think is really cool. And it's a 9th edition of that volume. So yeah, that one's sick. Also, the Spider-Man on the bottom of this one is dope. All black. It's pretty cool. All right, now we're going to dive into X-Men. I have 4. So this first one is Wolverine, and it's dope because I have the Wolverine and the Punisher, the whole 3-book set. So this is just kind of cool. Like, inadvertently, I'm collecting X-Men Wolverine comics just because Big Bro had them. So that one's cool. It has a Spider-Man on there, which means it was direct to market. And then this one's really cool too. It's an 80-page special, a winter special of the Marvel superheroes, X-Men, Namor, and Iron Man. So that one's going to be fun. 80 pages, 1991. That'll be a fun read for sure. And then I have the Uncanny X-Men, 1989. Looks like one of the X-Men accidentally killed Storm. So, bummer, but that'll be a fun read. And I've also never heard of Havoc, but it has Colossal on the cover, so that's dope. And this one's dope. You have Silver Surfer, you have Cyclops, you got the Wolverine. First issue, a Legend Reborn X-Men, a mutant milestone is what it says on here. And it's cool, 1991, so it's a little bit closer to my era. 90s. I'm a 90s baby, early 90s. But yeah, so that's the haul, you guys. I did, though, get a couple of comics when I went and got those bags and backs that we will talk about next video because they are a continuation of a collection from the last set. Sensational She-Hulk, no big deal. Won't tell you which ones. Anyway, guys, that's been I've been busy, just working on stuff, so I really haven't been able to hop in here and make as many videos as I wanted, but, I got some fun stuff coming down. I am releasing an EP in November of this year. I have 8 tracks. I have 20 plus tracks that I'm working on. I have about 12 finished, so I'm going to release 8, and I just released my first single, Beamer Truck, featuring J0. That is one of my buddies that I brought in to collab with me. It is out on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, you name it. If you can find any artist you like on there, you can find Adreese. That's Adreese. So I hope y'all check it out. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm Adreese, and if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. If you're returning, if you're a first timer, thank you for coming. I appreciate you for checking me out. Pretty much just talk about comic books here and collectibles. We're slowly building our collection of other things as well as comic books. And now that, things have kind of died down in my world, I have more time. We're definitely going to start posting more frequently. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Peace. So let's just dive into it. I want to start with my Megazord, Power Rangers Wild Force. Now, I loved this when I was a kid, and